Kenyans are marking 15 years since the promulgation of the Constitution in the year 2010. A day that was punctuated with hope of a new Kenya has slowly seen the implementation of the Constitution, albeit with concerns. The separation of powers and the independence of arms of government has remained elusive, with Parliament seen to be overlooking its constitutional powers and watchdog role to the executive. Stephen Leto has the details of that report.
27th of August 2010 at the historic Uhuru Park grounds, Kenyans woke up to a rare chilly morning. But the energy was palpable as thousands stand up to usher in a new constitution. The Harvard Law School graduate and former Mandera Central Member of Parliament, Abdi Kadir Hussein Mohammed, who served as the Constitutional Implementation Oversight Committee Chair, as well as former Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Martha Karua, have both termed the 2010 Constitution as a progressive document.
Kenyans gifted themselves the best constitution ever.
It's a wonderful anniversary, 15 years, short time in terms of the history of constitutions, but a long time.
After its inauguration, every chapter was to have a meaning. But as the years lapse, the 15th year has little to report on the independence of arms of government. Parliament's role watered down as the national executive captured Parliament, leaving a wholesale failure of institutions of checks and balances.
Major failure in terms of Parliament. Parliament has essentially become the lapdog of the executive. It has completely refused to undertake its functions of oversight.
Parliament has actually largely willingly surrendered to the executive, to the extent that a member of Parliament can stand when they were annoyed by Dr. William Ruto's statement about corruption. A member stood there saying that we passed the finance bill for him. We passed this and this for him.
The executive, we all knew was going to be the culprit, but the hope was that the Constitution would stop the executive overstepping. And the major tool was Parliament, and Parliament essentially has abdicated its role.
15 years on, the legislature is facing corruption accusations from the very executive.
I am asking Parliament, do you pass bills, policy, and what have you in Parliament for an individual or for the people of Kenya? Are you elected to serve Dr. William Ruto or to serve the people of Kenya? When you pass legislation brought by the government, you pass it because it is good for Kenya, not because it pleases an individual.
The Constitution put Parliament as the fulcrum of oversight. Parliament's oversight role has been compromised, becoming one of major misses of the 2010 Constitution 15 years on.
The misses, the biggest, is in terms of accountability. The Katiba was supposed to bring in a whole new realm of accountability, accountable government. And that has been a major miss. Almost all the devices for accountability have not fired as expected.
Renovation of State House, using so much money at a time we're in dire need, I would classify it as abuse of public funds. Renovation of the DP's residence, using money for non-essential. Renovations can wait for a better day unless if the building is collapsing. Building a church. Whose money are you building a church within State House?
The Martha Koome-led judiciary has also been put on the spot. Although it has been lauded for standing for human rights, section of the courts have been accused of siding with the executive. According to two senior counsels, judiciary is on the brink of eroding its constitutional powers.
Judiciary has done very well. They have had missteps themselves in terms of interfering with too many things that are outside their mandate or not allowing the JSC to function. But the judiciary, in my opinion, in terms of the three arms of government, comes out top.
Sections of the judiciary have at times surrendered to the executive. I would be wrong not to call out the judiciary.
The two, however, hope that as the Constitution grows older, any amendments brought into it makes meaning and helps stamp the Constitution as the country's supreme law. Stephen Letos Citizen TV.